What's up, MMA? Welcome to the Glue Guys podcast, where you'll get raw, unfiltered takes and none of those media trained responses with your hosts, Big Tone and Sosa. This episode is sponsored by Prize Picks. Use the code Glue Guys for a free $50 bonus bets. We do not encourage or promote illegal or excessive gambling. If you or someone you know struggles with gambling addiction, please seek help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537. Available 24/7, free and confidential. Gambling problem help is available. Now for the show, Big Tone and Sosa.
Welcome back to episode 2 of the Glue Guys.
What's up, guys? This is Sosa with the Big Tone, and we're here to give you another episode of Glue Guys. I know we said we weren't going to do it weekly, but we had a strong response, positive response of our last episode, so we decided to, unpack a few things, and we have a special guest as well this week. So, why don't you kick it off, Tone?
This guy, one of the few games that were played this week, we have Big Mike Macias in here, full legal name, hitting the biggest shot of his 2K career against his arch enemies, Titans Wrath. Mike, come on the mic.
Mike?
He's muted.
Mike?
Mike.
First of all, I'd like to say pause on your last statement. I'm not coming on the mic. I'm unmuting. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, my favorite Mexican. How you doing, my brother?
Over here running for mics, so it's a normal day.
Yeah. So you had a pretty big week this week, Mike. You put the league on, not on notice, but I guess it's a reminder of who you are,
Who you are. We wanted to get your reaction live again. We're gonna replay that highlight that you guys sent in for everybody here, and then we're gonna get your thoughts. So what was going through your hands, through your head when you saw that? So we're gonna share that now.
Oh, bro. Hey, look, trust and believe. Mike, you're gonna be ready to shoot. Run Fifi on the never mind.
I'm here.
On the left side, this side.
Fifi left. Wait, come back. Hurry up, go.
Come back.
Go.
Let's go. I promise you. I told you. Oh my god. Freaking call, man. Okay, look.
Big shot, Mike!
Mike, I got a question for you there, man.
Yes, sir.
When the ball hit your hands, were you ready? Were you surprised? Like, what was going through your head?
Honestly, I was ready. Mel did call it. It was all, I'm gonna give credit to where credit is due. That was all Mel. So they literally said the ball's going to my hands, so just be ready to shoot. And I was like, all right, let's do it. It is what it is. Anyways, it was on the.
Yeah. No, go ahead. My fault.
No, yeah. Since it was on the left corner, I knew I was going in, no matter what.
Why the left corner? Why the left corner?
Because
Who's
Danny
that left
was
corner?
there. Danny was there.
What's the gamer tag? What's the gamer tag for the league?
I believe is Daniel Senpai. I love him, but I had to do
So
it.
you're saying you're wet in front of Danny. Pause.
Double pause and yes. Had that happen? How'd that get in there? Sorry.
Really?
Nah.
So you knew that Danny was that side, and you're basically saying that no matter which side he's guarding, it's going to be buckets for you.
Not entirely, but I just know that when it comes down to crunch time, I believe in myself more than his defense.
Oh,
That's some.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Oh.
This is the content we need. This is the non-PR podcast. Just let it fly. How you really feel.
Did this affect your relationship with any of anyone on Titans Wrath? Did anyone reach out to you and contact you after that game from that team?
Even better, I joined their team chat after, and
Yeah. What were the emotions in there?
well, it was GG's, but a little salt, rubbing salt in the wound. I reminded them that I just hit a game winner on them. I had a bad game in my perspective, but I still hit the game winner over him.
Does Mel usually call out plays for the team, or was that like a one-time thing that just occurred at spur of the moment?
That was spur of the moment. Because it's actually funny because I didn't realize the situation we're in. As dumb as that sounds, I low key pulled the J.R. Smith, but I actually made the bucket this time. Um, yeah, they called the play, and then Johnny, as we all know, missed the free throw. I thought
Yeah.
we were down by 3. I don't know why. And so I don't, and you could hear in the audio, I reacted like 4 hours later because
Yeah.
I thought I just tied it. I didn't realize that we won it.
That's
So
how cold you are. You're like, game's on the line. I'm tying this. This wasn't for a win. This was to go to OT.
And you
yeah,
know, it's funny, right? Because like when I was, from my perspective, I was watching the game live, and Sadler had cut, and he was open. I knew it was a game when you guys were down by 2, and I'm like, dude, there's the easy bucket to just tie the game, get the safe bucket. But like Ace missed that pass. Like he was eyeing you hard, like on that corner to make sure there's a little bit of space. Like no matter what was gonna happen, they were gonna make sure that 3 gets shot, whether it goes in or not. I thought, because I knew they were like, you guys were. I thought, considering how your team is constructed, right? You guys just want to get, I feel like, as safe buckets as possible. But I like that you guys have the big balls to be like, yo, we're gonna go for the win no matter what. And it came out at the end. Like this is a huge win for you guys. I mean, I know you've been on that team a short amount of time, but the what do they call, the Black Order? They've been up and down, in the season, and this is a much needed win for chemistry and team morale. So, like, how do you feel being part of that team now, like with a new identity?
feel good. Honestly, I know that I got the green light from my cap, and I got the green light from my point guard. So like this situation, normally people would hesitate or look for a better, like you mentioned, look for a safer pass, but they told me they know what I can do, so they told me the ball's going to you. And so if they trusted in me, like I said, I trust them more in my ability. And, I'm glad I didn't let the team down. That's what I was brought for.
That's what I love to hear, man. So a follow-up question on that: what's the biggest difference you feel playing in the Black Order than playing in Legion of Doom, where you were drafted, very high pick, there's high expectations, it didn't pan out, and both sides won on that trade, right? You got to play in a better situation for yourself. They got Danny, which is working out great for them. But what would you say is the biggest difference in terms of you playing on Viz's team compared to Legion of Doom?
100%. It is confidence, man. I had no problem doing what the team what my team needed. I'm not a power forward, but if it was needed and nobody, had enough build submissions to make the change. So, I did the sacrifice, but we all know my bread and butter is playing the guard. And
Right.
so the fact that I have, they basically, let me loose, it feels good. That's why, I struggled the first game with my new team. But it's just getting that confidence back, and low key, I'm getting it back, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you have a ring already playing with Ace, so it must be really nice to pair up again at the backcourt.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the things that Ace always reminds me is like, he considers me one of his best teammates, and that feels good, man. When I know that they trust me, they're gonna let me do my thing, and try to put up numbers, and get dubs for the team.
Would you
That's
say
awesome.
you're their number one option then? You are the go-to guy?
I guess at the moment it's either me or Ace. I feel like if it
No,
has to
Ace
be a
is the
big
point
shot.
guard. That guy has the ball in his hands all the time. Are you the number one option when he has the ball in his hands?
I'd like to believe so. I like to believe so.
I'll tell you what, man. Statistically, you are. The shot
Yeah.
attempts show that ever since you've been on that team, your shot attempts are in double digits.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
so like it shows that you and Ace have such a good connection. Like he trusts you as his first option. And I think
Yeah.
that's what that team needed. I feel like that team lacked a lot of like shooters. There's a lot of people that can cut, dunk. Like Viz is an inside center. Sadler's still kind of new to the game, and he does pretty good at guarding and cutting in. But you guys don't have like a knockdown shooter like that. And I think you going to that team completely like revolutionized how the offense is run now.
Yeah, 100%. No, I remember watching film of my current team when I was still on Legion, and yeah, they needed a sniper, somebody that isn't afraid to shoot. So now I'm in this position. We all know I'm not afraid to shoot. If I miss one, I keep shooting. So the fact that I have, like I said, it goes back to that I have that free range now. That confidence is peaking, and yeah, man.
Oh,
Uh,
good stuff. Good stuff, man. So who would you say is your biggest rival now in the league?
Rival.
Team wise, or it could be player, but team wise, like who do you feel? Who's that team you're eyeing on that you want to like in the standings? You're like, I need to knock them down. I need to take their spot. Like, who's that team? You guys want to be top 2, top 3? Obviously, you do, but realistically, who's that? What's the next goal for the team, like to knock down?
I'm I know you wanted me to be specific, but I'm gonna be specific, I'm gonna be 100% any team, I want to be any team. I want to be I don't care who it is. I know there's a lot of talent, and I just want to be whoever, I don't care who it is. I'm not afraid to go up against anybody. I want it all.
I love it.
Look here, that's Michael Jordan mentality. Just double Mike.
Double Mike.
Yeah, gonna change your Discord name after that. So like, yeah, talk about that. You change your Discord name, like I feel more times than you change your underwear. Like it's crazy. Every other day, you're just changing your Discord name. It's impossible to tag you.
Well, with all these ice raids going on, I can't let ice know my next move, so I got to change identity, and so you got to keep me guessing, bro. Shoot, they ain't gonna catch me.
Aren't you a U.S. citizen?
Oh yeah, but yes, I am American. For the government listening, I was born here. All right, every morning I wake up to an eagle screeching, "No freedom."
Well, those are like all of our questions that we had for you. We appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. Thank you for coming in, Mike. Keep hooping, man. Keep making them shots. Keep proving yourself to the league, and I hope that team keeps going because it's gonna make the league interesting.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the time, fellas. The invite. Like I said, I was very impressed by the first pod. It was a nice little addition to the league. I feel like the viewpoints, the opinions, it's what people wanted to hear. And for you guys having me on here, especially after the week I just had, it feels nice, man.
It synced up perfectly because we wanted to have you last week and schedule constraints prevented you from joining, but I think it worked out even better because it's like you had a big week, we had a lot to talk about, and it was perfect for you to come on this week. So I appreciate you, Mike.
No, thank you guys. Like I said, keep it up, keep up the good work, and yeah, keep pumping these babies out. Pause.
For sure. All right, brother. Take care.
All right, fellas. Have a good one.
All right. Let me see. All right. So, I wish there was more games during this week, Tone. The pro having these issues have been annoying.
Yeah, you were like one of the lucky ones to get to play, but you did have like that big game, or not a big game like scoring wise because it was a killer game, but it was just like a big matchup for you, Zach's team versus DJ's team.
Yeah.
So like, what are your comments about that? Like, why do you think you were lacking chemistry against that team? That's why you guys ended up losing. I know you guys were missing Tirado, so he wasn't able to play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so we needed a reserve, and fortunately we got Zonix to play with us. And as we know, Zonix is a top 5, top 3 player, maybe a great franchise guy. Like, that guy's a star no matter what. I think the problem was chemistry because the way we run our team, right? We we kind of let Tay run the offense and figure things out. And Xonix, I guess, didn't really understand really well how the offenses ran. And it kind of, I feel like the first game, it kind of made Tay try to feed Xonix a little more than he should have, instead of Tay taking the aggressive side like he usually does for our offense. And that, that's what let us have this little step back. And I think that's what made us lose the game. We only lost by 2 points, and Tay scored like 8 points or something. Like he didn't score very much. I
Yeah,
felt
he
like
scored 12, but he was
12,
0
yeah.
for 2 from 3, and then Zonix, actually, your reserve, had the most shots on the team. He took 14 shots and only went 1 for 5 from 3, so it's kind of rough.
Yeah, and this is not a slight to Zonix because I love Zonix. We won a championship with him, but I feel like he came in feeling like the first option where it should have been Tay, and then Tay distributes it to everybody in the team on who's open and whatnot. And I think that hurt our offense a lot. There's moments where Zonix was trying to ISO, and there was pockets of space along the three that we could have taken advantage of for shots. And with if Tiralo was there, we have a way where we run where it's a lot of quick passes and we know who's going to be open or not. And I feel like that just kind of disrupted the flow. And you know, I kind of like, it sounds crazy to say, but I feel like it held us back because Onyx is an amazing player. But I felt like chemistry is the biggest deal in this.
I think that's
When-
understandable.
yeah,
But there's
and
always
that held
growth.
us back. That held us
Yeah.
back a little bit. And I mean, like we talked about it, and Tay can go off at any point, especially with Miguel 6'2". Like that's a midget, and I know Tay can fry Miguel on that 6'2" any day of the week, and it was tough, whether it's Chris or Miguel, whoever was guarding him, it doesn't matter, but he didn't take the initiative. That's why you saw a difference in Titans Wrath, because we played that game like right after, and Tay said it himself. He's like, "Nah, I gotta be more aggressive," and you saw the difference. Tay was at 20 something points, and
Yep.
and just took over that game completely. So that was good to just see that. So going forward, we just have to kind of like work on our chemistry more when we have reserves. That was just the unfortunate part.
Yeah, I noticed that that he didn't take like as many shots as he typically would. Like he still had 10 assists, but he was involving, like you said, Zonix a lot, or he
Yeah.
wanted to be involved more than anyone else.
Yeah, and like I don't mind taking a step back if it's what's good for the team. I know Zonix came in. I know there's going to be a lot of usage garter to him. That's why I took the role of like I have a lot of rebounds. I had assists. I have no problem in taking the role of hustle stats to kind of help the team out. And me and Nando have a connection. I was feeding Nando a lot. Like I know where he's going to be at. I know how he moves now, and Nando's a bucket. So if I'm not taking 10, 15 shots a game, I'm okay with it if I can have other people score. But Zonix wasn't very efficient in his scoring. And he said, I haven't played in a week, and pro-am timing is different. So I think all of that combined, chemistry, him having a high usage and having not played recently, when you play a team like Miguel's team, like the syndicates, like DJ's team, and you have guys like him, like Grant, like these guys play together really well. They're a solid team. If you come in with some sort of chemistry issue or just like having a lack of flow, like those guys are going to take advantage of it,
Would you say their team looks a lot different now that Miguel brought in this new build? I think that's the first time the league has seen it with him on a shorter point guard, because I think typically he's been running that 6'8". So
Yeah.
that's like the first time he brought that out. So I think it's also like a different type of play style for him because he has a higher 3-pointer on this.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking more threes. I mean, we've played with him in rec, and we saw how he did his first league game with that build. I was looking forward to see how he would do it with Phil's team to kind of see how it meshes with 2 game sample size, even though it's small. But honestly, like I feel like all it did for him is he's just a faster slasher. Like if you go back during the film, a lot of the shots that he took were just struggle buckets. Like it was just like holding R2 and just trying to get into the paint to get that struggle dunk, because everybody else was pretty much, we were playing good defense all around. And Zonix was the one guarding him, and I don't think Zonix has high speed. So some plays he did really well stopping him, but many plays like Miguel could get around him and dunk more. I haven't really seen, because when you have a 6'2" build, like you gotta really be taking shots off the dribble and really taking full advantage of it because you're 6'2", so your defense is not gonna be that great. So I haven't seen that yet in a league game. I've seen it a couple times in the rec. I haven't yet to see him fully unleash it on the league. but I feel like it benefits him because he gets to the rim faster, you know.
Looks like we're gonna have a spicy little matchup next time you guys meet, huh?
Oh,
Get-
100%. I'm looking forward
getting
to
off
it.
that chest. He's gonna get off.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, listen, I'll go ahead and say it. I think we're the better team, hands down. That's not saying they're tiers below us. You know, I feel like they're right below us, but I confidently feel that we are the better team in the league, especially compared to Syndicate, right? Because we have anybody in our team can create a shot. You know what I mean? Except Zach, who's playing alone a lot. Syndicate lack that. It's literally just DJ and Miguel. Besides that, they just got a lot of rim runners. You know, so I feel like on paper and the way we play, we have that potential to come over the top. You know.
Hey, don't sleep on Decepticons. We have a lot of creators too. All right, we're right behind you.
No, I mean I think you playing at the one has like completely changed the look of that team. I'm excited to see you guys play again, but it sucks that with
Yeah,
all the
like
forfeits.
everything, right? Yeah, and there was 2K issues all week anyway, so who knows if we would have even been able to play. But
Yeah. No, BG's my guy, but he was definitely like Oprah Winfrey with the forfeits, you know. You get a forfeit, you get a forfeit, everyone gets a forfeit. We haven't got one yet, but like hit
you
my
won,
line.
that's it. You're done. Everyone's done. That's it. We're not giving up any more free wins to any. Yeah. No, I'll cut off my foot before we do that. No more free wins.
No, I mean, yeah, it sucks because I was looking really forward to see because we only got to see one game. Who are going to be your matchups? It was like Phil and who else?
I think it was gonna be Phil's team and then Tyler's team. I think we were gonna play them this week.
I wanted to see you guys play against Phil. That would have been a really nice game to play against.
Yeah, I think BG wanted that too to play his brother. Me too, because I like Cookies. You're talking a lot in my ear after the game.
That's the brotherly rival, man. That's two
yeah.
brothers are playing against each other. That's a great matchup.
I like Cookies talking in my ear.
I mean, yeah, he's talking about how he can lock you down and you got this and that. Like you gotta. I wanted to see how you guys responded to that.
Yeah, we'll play him soon. I think
what's your matchup next week?
Next week I believe we play Titans Wrath. Let me see if I can pull up the schedule really quick. I know Titans Wrath for sure is one of them. Yeah, going on a week 5. And we play the Syndicate.
The Miguel's team. That's a good matchup.
The Black Order. So we play, Miguel and DJ's team, and then Ace, Viz, and Mike.
That matchup against the Syndicate is going to be interesting because I want to know who's going to guard DJ. You know.
Oh, we beat them the last time we played, so it's pretty much them trying to get us back. You know.
Didn't they have a reserve or no?
I don't remember. I don't know. I think they had their full 5.
Oh, they had their full 5. That's against Chris. Chris went 0 for 5.
Yeah. You had the big donut. No, sorry to bring that up again, Chris. Hope you're doing good.
Hey, Chris hasn't said a word in like a few years already, so I don't know.
It was okay.
You know.
I thought jokes, but
that's the matchup I want to see, man. Like, there's some good matchups because a lot of them have been rescheduled. So I think next week we're gonna have a lot of back-to-back games going on of good games because the Syndicate still has to play Legion of Doom, and for me, that's a matchup of the week. You know, because I want to see how Phil's team holds up against DJ and Miguel's team. How who's gonna guard who's gonna go off. Like that's gonna
they haven't seen each other yet, right? With like these new lineups.
No, they have not.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm gonna be.
It's almost like a brand new team because there's been trades, there's been lineup changes, different builds being used. So I'm excited to see how that looks like.
Yeah, me too. Well, hopefully we'll have more content then for next week. I think.
Yeah.
If you wanted to cover anything else, or I think
I think that's it. I mean, it was a short week. There's only like a couple games that have been played, so I feel like having Mike on was probably the biggest reward of the podcast. For content.
Calling out Titans Wrath, Danny Senpai.
Danny Senpai, yeah, Danny, you were you put on notice, man. The guy called you out. So
I gotta respond. Next matchup.
Respond, All right, man. I think that wraps it up, right?
Yep. That's it.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in for episode 2. If you want to be a guest, let us know. We're already compounding a list of people we want to add on to the podcast, depending on the situation and content. But if you want to be on it. Let us know. We'd be more than happy than
Definitely, yeah. Reach out to
give
me,
some-
reach out to Rainer. Where you can tag us after we post this podcast, and
Yep, at Big Tone at Sos. You know where to reach us.
yep, Tone with Wiki.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you.